Let's bring in Sean McNulty. He's a contributor at The Ankler. To quote a piece you guys just put out, Sean, TV broadcast is growing again, and the numbers prove it. And what you're referencing there is the number of new pilots, new shows that they're effectively putting out to market this week. Is that right?
Yeah, we've seen some growth. NBC just announced this morning they added 4 new TV shows. They shot 8 pilots this year, which in 2026 is maybe not unheard of, but very surprising, certainly. But over at ABC, they renewed all 10 of their scripted series they had on the air this year. So it's a bit of a contrast between networks, certainly, but certainly some more livelihood this year and new scripted television on broadcast, at least.
I thought it was interesting as well that they're talking about how well viewed all these shows are. That, you know, for instance, over at Netflix, it's harder to get a high number of programs that get 1 million viewers or more. Is that right?
Yeah, Netflix has, obviously, they have a huge breadth of programming. The amount of volume they have there is impressive. Where ABC announces their schedule in the fall, and this, the shows are largely the same, but they have High Potential is a big hit. But again, a lot of this viewership is coming from Hulu or Peacock or the streaming services, which isn't really talked about. It's not as sexy because they're seen as broadcast TV shows. But when you add in the 30-day viewing counts for these shows, they get into 12 million, 13 million, they get to sometimes up to 20 million. So wow. These are pretty big audiences over a 30-day period.
We had Bryan Cranston on the show last week. He was actually out with Brian at the Milken conference, but he was bemoaning the lack of pilots, especially he was concerned about the Paramount merger. He's worried about the Los Angeles economy. We've seen the way that a lot of production has shifted to states like New Jersey and elsewhere. Is this a hopeful sign for addressing those concerns, or is there more still to be done?
It's the early stages. This is kind of the first full year of the new California tax credit. Jake Johnson was on stage this morning at the NBCU presentation, specifically saying his show is shot in LA and, making a big point of it. Again, there were more pilots shot this year. All 4 comedy pilots from NBC were shot in LA. The dramas were shot in New York and Atlanta. So we're seeing some of it return. Again, it's early stages here, so it's hard to say, but there is optimism. And I think that is out there, certainly, that there will be some of it coming back. It will not return to anywhere near the levels that we saw pre-COVID in the 2010s and before that. But there's optimism that it's going to, uptake a bit. Right. And these early signs are positive. Mayor
Pratt can work on that. He's almost his own part. Anyway, retail media networks. To explain that, Journal had a little bit of a piece on that this morning as well, and how they're growing. And we're talking about Kroger, Albertsons, DoorDash, literally retail companies, food companies that are acting as media networks. Is this all happening on the app? Explain this.
Everybody is becoming an advertiser these days, and obviously it's probably, you can argue it's the Google or the Amazon model where, what else can we add in here for people who are coming to shop here? We have a large audience. We see Walmart bought Vizio, right? Why did they buy this TV maker? Because they wanted the ad network that they could sell across their networks, not just for Walmart products, for their own services, but for all the partners that they have of people who sell at Walmart. So this is a extension of just going for these ad dollars. And people, the upfronts is about video, obviously, and these other networks are, there's pre-roll, there's other the ad units are a little bit different in that regard. But everybody's just coming for these ad dollars because they have these large audiences of people who go to the apps every day. Hey, we have all these people coming here. Why can't we get ad dollars to increase our own revenues in addition to our core businesses?
Finally, Sean, are we going to have a sense and when of how much commitment the advertisers on their end are willing to put up here as a vote of confidence really in the economy?
Yeah, that's always the question, Kelly, every year, right, is how soon are these dollars committed? We're here in the middle of May. Sometimes these deals get closed rather quickly, and we have a pretty good handle on those numbers referenced earlier from Julia about, $17 billion, how much is being committed this year? Is it up or is it down? But with the, you mentioned the oil prices, you mentioned the larger economy going on. I don't think there's a lot of certainty involved with advertisers. Will they commit a large amount in the upfront, a big upfront spend for the whole year ahead? Or are they going to hold more back for scatter, which is money that they can buy during the year at potentially higher ad rates, but you have more flexibility in case the economy does go into a bigger downturn as the year goes on toward the end of the year. So that's the big question. This is the reason we play the game, Kelly. There is no answer for it, certainly, but we'll see how much is held back from these major advertising commitments as we go into the
Pinterest
summer.
Buying TV Scientific. It's fascinating to watch retail get into the ad business. Sean, thanks very much. Sean McNulty. And that's it for us on The Exchange. I'll join Brian Sullivan for Power Lunch right after this quick break.